Hey guys, in today's class we are going to look at how to solve a question of this nature. This is a WAEC 2024 question and it says a car traveled of 2x plus 13 km at 67.5 km per hour and 5x minus 20 km at 72 km per hour. If the total time for the entire journey was 90 minutes, find the value of x. So in this case, for us to find the value of x, we need to understand some certain things. Now, we need to understand that our speed is equal to distance all over time. Okay, speed is equal to distance all over time. So if we decide to make time the subject of formula, we'll be having that time will be equals to distance all over speed. Okay, so that is the formula of time here. Now, having gotten the knowledge of this, we are going to translate this into our work. Now, first of all, you know that for us to have the total time for the entire journey, that means that it is a cumulative time, meaning that we'll have time 1 and time 2 for each journey. Since it's two journeys, we'll be having time 1 and time 2. Now, for T1, we'll be having T1 equal to D all over S. Okay, and if you notice from journey 1, it says that our distance is 2x plus 13 km. So we can write this as 2x plus 13, okay, divided by your S. Your S means your speed. So what is your speed? Your speed is 67.5 km per hour. So we just write 67.5, and that is for T1. Okay, then T2, that is for journey 2. Journey 2, we have the same thing, D over S. And what is your distance for journey 2? Distance for journey 2 is 5x. Okay, that is 5x minus 20 km all over 72 km per hour, which is the speed. Okay, so that is for T2. Now we have T1, all right, and T2. So this is equal to the total time T. Okay, the addition of T1 and T2 will give us the total time T. T1 plus T2 is equal to total time T, right? So which means that we are going to add our T1 and T2. Okay, so let's add. So our T1 is, of course, 2x plus 13 all over 67.5 plus our T2, which is 5x minus 20 all over 72. So, and of course this is equal to 90, which is our capital time T. All right, so having this knowledge, we have two fractions, all right, adding themselves, and we are equating it to a whole number. So from this we can apply our common knowledge of addition of fractions. All right, so now if you notice, the time T, which is 90, is given in minutes. All right, look at it here. Time T, which is 90, is given in minutes, and over here we are having our speed here to be per hour. So we need to convert minute to hour, which means that we need to divide 90 by 60, okay, so that we can have an hour there. We are given 90 minutes, so of course we can't go ahead continuously solving it in minutes. We need to change it to hours so that we'll have the same units all through. So having divided 90 by minutes, we can go ahead to solve using addition of fractions. So let's solve. The first thing we need to do here is to change our denominator here, 67.5, into a fraction so that it will be very easy for us to solve. Now you can solve it using decimal, but it's going to be very complicated. So I want to change it into a fraction so that it's going to be very easy for me to solve. So changing it into a fraction, I know that 2x plus 13 divided by 67.5 is the same thing as 135 divided by 2. Okay, when you do 135 divided by 2, you'll be having 67.5 as your answer. So I just converted 67.5 into a fraction. All right, you can do that. Basically, having done that, we have this plus 5x minus 2 all over 72, and this is the same thing as 90 all over 60. So of course we know our denominator 2 can go up and then multiply the numerator. So we'll be having, what we'll be having here is just we'll be having 2 times 2x here, we'll be having 4x, okay, times 13, we'll be having plus 26, okay, all over 135, plus of course we have 5x minus 20 all over 72, and this is equal to 90 over 60. Okay, so now we look for the LCM of these three numbers, 135, 72 and 60. So the LCM of 135, 72 and 60 will give us 1080. That's 1080, 1080. So having done that, we can go ahead to solve, all right, by multiplying the LCM with the entire solution here. So we can just say 1080 multiplied by 4x plus 26 all over 135 plus 5x minus 20 all over 72, okay, and this is equal to 90 over 60 also multiplied by 1080. Okay, so having done that, what we'll be having will simply be a breakdown of our simplified format of this. So of course you know that 1080 can be divided by 135 8 times, so you can write this as 8 into the bracket of 4x plus 6, okay, plus the same thing, 1080 can be divided by 72 15 times, so you can write 15 into the bracket 5x minus 20, okay, and this is equal to 1080 can be divided by 60 18 times, so we just have 18 into the bracket of 90 here. All right, so having done that, the next thing that we want to do is to further simplify, which is to open our bracket. So let's open our bracket here. 8 times 4 will give us 32x, plus 8 times 26 will give us 208, plus 15 times 5 will give us 75x, all right, minus 15 times 20 will give us 300. So, and this is equal to 18 times 90, this will give us 1620. All right, so that is what we have having open the bracket. Now the next thing is to collect like term and add them together. So of course we have 32x and we have 75x here. So when you add them together, what you'll be having is 107x. Okay, and then we have minus 300 plus 208. So when you do that, you'll be having negative because this is a very big number, so you have negative in front. So when you subtract 300 minus 208, you'll be having just 92, and this will be equal to 1620. Okay, so next thing is for us to do is to transfer this whole number to make this whole number here. So we'll be having 107x equal to 1620 plus 92. Okay, plus 92, because we know that when negative number crosses the equal sign, it becomes positive, so that is why it changes to positive here. So you're having 92 here. Now the next thing we need to do is to add them up. So 107x is equal to the addition of 1620 plus 92. That will give us 1712. Okay, so that will give us 1712. Then for us to find the value of x, we need to divide by the coefficient. So when you divide this by 107 and you also divide this by 107, our x will be simply 16. Okay, value of our x will just be simply 16. So here ends the solution to our question. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel for more of these questions. Thank you.